Hey, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all going on and praises to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rachakodash, Bakathum. That one to my apostles, great millstone. Salutations to the Acumen of Four Corners, pushing his truth in all sincerity, love, diligence, respect, fear, and trembling. Oh, excuse me. I just at times when I'm coming back with examples for the knowledge through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai. I pray and hope that this is edifying. And I just want to say a couple of words, you know what I'm saying, through the spirit. And basically, don't let the bitter. Now, when you go into Revelation, the 10th chapter, which I just pulled up, you know, the bitter of this truth. Don't let the bitterness of this truth stop your growth process. Don't let the bitterness of this truth hinder you from growing. Okay? Because, you know, when you go through certain temptations and hell rebukes, suspensions, chastisement, whatever it may be, you know, you still have to produce the proper way for the body. In fact, being selfless, okay? When you're selfless, that means you're not worried about yourself. You're producing for others, all right? A part of this truth is that you have to be selfless. You don't have to too much. You have to produce for the body, okay? Ahead of the camp, when I'm going through my bitter moment or I'm going through my trials and temptations and things like that, of course I'll lean on other brothers in ranking to, you know, help with other delegations and this, that, and the third. But as the scriptures say, I must know the state of thy flock. So that means I can't be to the bitter point where I'm not doing my videos. I can't be to the point where I'm not monitoring, checking in on brothers. I have to still put in that work for Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. Okay? No one said that this thing is going to be easy. See, the scriptures in the Apocrypha, I can't remember exactly where it's at, but we all know that precept where it says, this is the condition of the battle. You know, geared in a way, this is really to all of us, to be 100%. I still consider myself as a young brother in this truth. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, with certain experiences, I understand that, you know, even through my hell that I go through, I still have to get my videos in. I still have to communicate. You see, I still have to have lessons. If I am in control of a class on a Sunday, we have our classes on Sundays. I still gotta present my lesson to the class, because being selfless, I'm not caring about myself. Being selfless, I'm caring about the flock. I'm caring about what the flock is putting in them, what they're being fed so they can grow. Yahweh Shai said what? If you love me, feed my sheep. So if I love Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, I'm going to continue to feed the sheep, you know, no matter what I am going through. You know, don't let the hell or the bitterness of the truth hinder your growth, man. You still got to do what the fuck you supposed to do, okay? And a lot of times, brothers getting that hermit the fucking frog mode, that woe is me mode, that all hell, all hope is lost type shit. You know, when you go through certain new experiences, well, the scripture says, it speaks about the manifold temptations, or it says count it all joy. You see? So there's going to be a lot of things that's going to be hitting you at once, but you still got to remain your integrity. Okay? It's in Psalms. It says, my integrity preserve me. With Psalms 125. Psalms 120. No, not 125. Psalms 25. And 21. It says, let integrity and uprightness preserve me. So you still got to have integrity when you're going through your shit. You still got to be upright. You know, you still got to do what you need to do for Yahweh Shem Shai. It says, let integrity preserve me, for I wait on thee. You know? And remember Yahweh Shai told his mother and father that I'm about my father's business. See, that's another indication on being selfless. Okay? Selfless. It means exactly what it says. Selfless. Not worrying about yourself. You know? Being selfless, you have to how could you say it? You still have to take on the cares and needs of others. See, that's being selfless. Okay? So, once again, don't let the hell or the bitterness of the truth stop your growth and your process. Because you're still required. There's still a sacrifice required. Okay? This is Revelation 10 and 10. Nope. 10 and 9. It says, and I went unto the angel and said unto him, give me the little book. And he said unto me, take it and eat it up, and it shall make thy belly bitter, but it shall be in thy mouth sweet as honey. And I took the little book out of the angel's hand and ate it up, and it was in my mouth sweet as honey. And as soon as I had eaten it, my belly was bitter. Right. Soon as you begin to go through year 1, year 2, year 3, year 4, year 5, okay, year 6, year 7, this thing begins to get a little bitter when I forgot the Greek word, but it goes into irritation. You know, you're going through that fire. Your woman may left you. You may not see your kids. You see, your family turns against you. You may develop some type of ailment. You know, you may get suspended. You may have to suffer wrongfully. You know, you see, hell, you see your peers, you know, getting money, having fun. You know, you see Esau thriving, no care in the world. You see what this life is really about. And sometimes the scripture says, envy not thou oppressor. So you see on how everybody is all in this la happy mode, and you like, man, you thinking about Yahweh Shem Shai. You thinking about leaving this bitch. You find out about there's chromium-6 in the water, cancer. You find out about the chemical trails that's in the air. You found out about the food is poison. You found out about the women is sluts and harlots. You know, your woman may have committed adultery on you. You know, or whatever it may be. You know, that's the bitter. It starts to, you know, like the scripture says, surely oppression maketh a wise man mad. So now you're in this bitter mode of like, fuck this world and fuck, you know, what's going on and things like that. But you still got to produce for Yahweh Shem Shai. You're a part of a camp. You still got to produce. You still got to have your assignments done. You still got to be on class on time. You see, you still got to produce your videos. You still got to show conduct. You see, if you are in a certain position, an officer, a bishop, officer, a bishop, a sergeant in arms, hell, you know, a private, a P1, a P2, or whatever your rank and position is, no matter what you're going through, you still got to uphold that. The scriptures speak about a man of good works. Timothy. You still supposed to produce those good works. Is that Timothy 2 and 6? 1 Timothy First Timothy or Second Timothy? Okay, I'm in First Timothy. Let me see real quick. Okay, it must be Second Timothy. Second Timothy 2:6. Oh, you know what? Let me read this real quick. This is Second Timothy 2 and I'm gonna start from 1. Thou therefore, my son, be strong in the grace that is in Hamashiach Yahushai. And the things that thou hast heard of me among many witnesses, the same commit thou to faithful men, who shall be able to teach others also. So the things that you have heard and learned and from the apostles, you have to produce those same attributes and understandings and deliver it to the next man. Okay. It says, and the things that thou hast heard of me among many witnesses, the same commit thou to faithful men, who shall be able to teach others also. So you're still supposed to be in that teacher mode. Okay. It says, thou therefore endure hardness as a good soldier of Yahweh Mashiach. See? So this thing is about enduring. You don't let that bitter shit get to you. And of course it will get to you. Of course you're going to fall a couple of times. You're going to get back up. You know. It's the natural process of the truth. But the point is this is of being enduring. See, this thing is of endurance, man. You know? This is about who's going to last. Like the scripture says, he that endureth to the end shall be saved. Okay? It says, no man that warreth and taketh himself with the affairs of this life, that he may please him who have chosen him to be a soldier. So if your woman wants to leave you, or if she has her mindset or whatever it is, family mindset about the shit of this world, you got to let that shit go. You know? You got to continue to produce the works of Yahweh Bashim Al-Shai. Okay? You got to continue being a brother, charity. Like the scripture says, a brother asks you to go a mile, go twain. Right? Because you're in the body. You have to care for the next man around you. The scripture says, goodness. Let me think. Prophets are subject unto the prophets. Okay? Subjection, sub meaning under, and you have to be basically a servant. You still got to be a servant to brothers, man. Prophets are subject to the prophets. So you got to be subject or in a servitude mindset toward brothers, man. You know? AKA being selfless. All right? It says, and if a man also strive for masteries, yet he is not crowned, except he strive lawfully. Okay? So to get that crown, you got to do the things of the scriptures, man. Okay? There's protocols to this thing. And in fact, well, let me get that. I'm looking for about good works, man. Let me see. I don't know if it's Timothy or if it's... Let me see. Let me try 1-6. Nope. Damn, man. I was just looking at the scripture. It goes into the younger men being sober. Hold on, give me 1 second. Salakia. I had to I got this on unlisted, so I had to log up out of it real quick so I can get this preset, man. It's in Titus, not Timothy. I don't know. Jake tripping. I hope and pray that this is edifying. You know, Salaki, if I'm not being clear, man. I hope I'm being clear. I'm just trying to say what's on my spirit, man. I hope I'm being clear though. But it's in Titus. It's in Titus. I don't know. This little Bible, this little scripture Bible I got though. This motherfucker, boy. This is Titus 2. There we go. This is Titus 2 and 6. It says, young men likewise exhort to be sober-minded. Okay? So to be sober-minded is to be clear-headed, to be vigilant, to be circumspect. Okay? Exhort to be sober-minded. So when you're going through your bullshit, whatever it may be, hell, even if you're on suspension, whatever it is, you still got to be sober-minded. You still got to be able to think clearly, you know? And in fact, when you're on suspension or getting rebuked and cussed out, that's the more time to dig deep and be in a clear mind state. Because now you know what you fucked up on. You get rebuked, you get told about yourself. Now you got to be in a mindset, well, okay, I got to watch out for Satan. I got to watch out for these things, okay? It says, young men likewise exhort to be sober-minded, in all things shewing thyself a pattern of good works, and doctrine shewing uncorruptness, gravity, and sincerity. You see? Gravity and sincerity, man. Gravity is meaning you having some type of integrity. You having a discretion. Gravity, grave. Okay? Sincerity is basically sincere. You got to be sincere. You got to have genuine care. See, that's the good works. This thing is of good works. You still got to have good works even through your low times, man. Okay? You still got to complete the mission. You think Yahushua didn't get weak, and when he had to go, he was praying to the Father in the Garden of Gethsemane, which means oil press. So he was being pressed. He was going through hell, just like we go through hell. But he understood and knew that there's a mission. I have to complete this mission. There's still a job to be done. So when you're going through your shit, you got to still have in the back of your mind, there's a job to be done. Let me answer this brother's question. Let me communicate properly. Let me be on point. You know? Let me have my mindset geared to whatever camp duties that needs to be done. Okay? That's being of all good works. Uncorruptibleness. You can't, I don't want to do this, or I'm suspended, or I just got cussed out, I got rebuked, or my wife just left me, I'm going through this, I'm going through that, so I don't want to really deal with the brothers no more. I don't want to I'm in my emotions, I'm in my feelings, and I don't want to come to class on time. I get there when I get there. I don't want to and man, look, it's a lot of excuses that the flesh will make when they're going through hard times. You gotta get up out of that bullshit and keep in your fucking mind that there is a mission. If I don't complete this mission, I will be destroyed. You gotta treat everything as if the Lord is gonna be back tomorrow. He's gonna be back today. You gotta treat every time you walk about or when you wake up, hey, the Lord is on his way back. You gotta have it in your mind. The Lord is on his way back. The Lord is on his way back. The Lord is on his way back. What am I supposed to be doing? All righteous communication. Communication goes into anastrophe, which means your conduct. What are you doing? What are you producing for the body? What are you producing for yourself? See? You gotta get this thing internalized within you. That's what the eating the book was about. It was about digesting what this thing of ours, like Apostle Elder Gabar says, what the thing of ours is about. Digesting it, understanding it. Eat the roll. It's the sweetness to it, it's goodness to it, but then there's the bitter part. The rebukes, the chastisements, the temptations, the fails, the fuck-ups, the one to be perfect, the suffering wrongfully, And you got to understand this, which I came to the understanding, like this is, you're going to have to participate. It's like you in class. You get participation points. Like in school. You're going to have participation points until the end. Until your how about Shemal Shah returns. You gotta participate in this thing, man. You gotta participate. Okay? You gotta be part of. You gotta show some type of actions. Participate. You gotta have participating skills when it comes to the body in your own particular camp. And when you're when you do what you need to do in the body of the camp, guess what? It's gonna work like a good oil well machine. But everybody has to have that individually so this thing can work the proper way. So don't let the hell you're going through hinder your growth. Don't let the temptation stagnate you. It was said that this was gonna happen. All right. With that, I give all going on and praise to you. How about Shema Shai Shalom.